I commend to you, audience, these wonderful people, and a big cheer, please, for Claudia Munera.
Hi everyone, my name is Claudia and I am a chocoholic. It had been 3 minutes in my last piece of chocolate. I am from the beautiful country of Colombia. My country is known for a crop that helps to energize our lives. Coffee. We also have a lovely accent, so please bear with my accent tonight. I am a PhD student. Do you know that PhD or doctor in philosophy comes from the Greek word philosophia, which means love of wisdom? I am very wise. Very often I hear comments like, "Oh, you're doing a PhD, that's cool." And I am like, it is? There is more and more emergent research exploring mental health problems with PhD students. I probably will be an educated crazy woman. And there is nothing wrong with having mental health problems. The problem is that our society needs to find better ways to help other people and stop stigmatizing people that think or act differently. So in our defense, we PhD students, we are not just newly crazy. We are smart. We are super delicate. Alongside with doing a PhD and writing reports in perpetuity, we sometimes need to forget about the research and become humans again to socialize with our family and friends. And more important and difficult for me is the moment when I need to explain to my dog that we can only have 5 minutes to play with the ball. We work under a lot of pressure. We are very delicate. We are as delicate as when you are holding a chocolate bar in your hand for too long. Chocolate. Anyway, we are hard workers because writing and thinking is a really hard job. To deal with it, I drink a lot of coffee. I also eat a lot of chocolate. Hooray. I even learned how to make chocolate so I can buy ingredients by bulk and get a discount. And I do love to procrastinate doing my thesis. For example, as doing a sustainable stand-up. Well, my research is related with climate change and biodiversity conservation. I am not exactly a climate scientist. I am more a kind of hybrid between a conservation expert and a social scientist. And part of my work involves a lot of talking with people, doing interviews with key stakeholders. And technically, all of you are key stakeholders in climate change and biodiversity conservation, but I have to narrow down it a bit. Stakeholders for my research are people that are working in NGOs or academics or people working in the government, which I call them government agents. I know it sounds like a spice, but I call them that. These stakeholders, they come in different shapes, colors, sizes, and they have a lot of different interests. Some are more interested in mitigating carbon emissions, others in environmental education, others are just neglecting the reality so they keep burning down the house. An important part when I am doing interviews is to build empathy with the other person, my interviewee. Can you imagine doing that with a government agent? It's like trying to befriend a skunk. And actually, skunks, they are nice animals, just misunderstood. They only spray you if they feel attacked, just like a government agent. So for my research, what I am trying to do is to understand what climate change means for other people, for my stakeholders that are from government, academics or NGOs, to try to find if we can find a way to improve policy making and conservation processes. And you can expect a colorful variety of different answers from these people. So imagine that doing my interviews, that life on Earth is a chicken. And crossing is the way people react or respond to something. And there is a road, which represents climate change. So my question for my interviews is, why the chicken cross the road? I did my first interview with the IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change. And they said, we can say with a high level of confidence that the fact that the chicken is crossing the road is related with an increasing human activity for agriculture and land use change. And this has a direct relationship with climate change. And we encourage the chicken to identify alternative low-impact diets. The other interview was with the Australian government. Yeah. And they said, we were concerned that the economic welfare of the chicken will be compromised when crossing the road. We are expecting an increase of traffic in that road, with all the mine coal operations about to start. So we decided to allow the chicken to cross the road in a safe place that will be specified by 2030. The other interview was with the USA government. And they said, we cannot confirm nor deny any participation in any chicken road crossing incident. Later, they sent me an update saying that the road was fake news. And the conservation NGOs, my last interview, they said, it is our responsibility to help the chicken to cross the road. We are also offering t-shirts with the panda hugging the chicken to increase awareness in climate change. So, as you see, we people, we are complex. We have different perceptions of the world and different interpretations of the climate change problem. And now, for me, comes the hard job. I need to make sense of all these answers and try to see if we can find ways to help these stakeholders to help the chicken cross the road before the road melts. I am still trying to interview the chicken. If any of you chickens out there want to talk about road safety with me, please bring some chocolate and let's talk. Thank you and goodbye.